Libra, I am here finally to do your wild card holiday hangover read, and we're talking major hangover, right? We've kind of been taking our own sweet time moving into this year and getting into the flow of the new energy, and that has everything to do with we had a lot of people wasting our time and operating on their timeline last year. So I think we're kind of just, we're meandering a bit, We're stopping to smell the roses. We are taking things at our own speed. We're not really too concerned how anybody else is feeling about it. We really came to a place where we recognized it's about prioritizing ourselves. I decided to dive into this read. It's been a minute, right? I've been pretty busy myself, and I'm sure you all have been too. You've been really focusing on, growing for yourself, building for yourself, pouring a lot of energy into yourself, and probably haven't had a whole lot of time to, focus on other things. And I definitely have been in that space myself, but I'm out and about today in Detroit. It is a rainy day, and I felt like, fuck it, I feel like diving in with the Libra Collective and doing our way overdue holiday hangover read. The first thing that is kind of coming out here is the Seven of Clubs with the Ace of Hearts, and this tells me that Libras are deciding to really love themselves first, okay? We're really securing that time and that space for ourselves. We're not too worried about what other people are up to. We don't care about their fucking hidden agendas here, We have turned it over to Spirit, and we're trusting our intuition and how our soul is telling us to move, because we're really tired of this Five of Clubs, drama-rama, bullshit, arguments, people pitted against each other crap. We just don't have time for it, man, with the Four of Hearts here. We're really bored of all that energy. It's childish to us. It's a time waster. We're only interested in Seven of Diamonds, putting our time, our energy, our focus on what will grow. And in some cases, for us, that's really about what we're building financially. A lot of Libras are more focused on getting the bag right now, okay? And it's not that we don't have that deeper side to our nature. It's just that we recognize the people around us can't meet us where we're at. And we're kind of tired of putting our energy into dynamics where we really feel like, we're always playing catch up. We're always trying to help them get up to where we're at in the plot. It's like, y'all figure out your role and what part you're playing in this story. We're gonna have a little fun at your expense. All right, we are. We got our shadow and our light is having a good old time right now with this Joker energy. You may have thought you pulled a fast one on us Libras with this Jack of Spades energy. You may think you have the upper hand, but the reality is you kind of fell into your own trap with this Eight of Spades energy. Us Libras have just, we've really had enough. So we kind of decided it's time for us to pull your card. Not kidding, man. 3 times in a row, 3 Jokers. Joker's wild, okay? This is something people need to understand about Libras, all right? We don't have a hard time moving on from situations where there's a bunch of fuckery and bullshit going on. When we got people lying on us, got their names in our mouth, gossiping, stirring up drama, coming around, shitting on our lawn, we have no problem cutting the cord on that shit and walking away, and with a smile on our face, because we have the wisdom to understand that, we just had a favor done for us. We just spared ourselves a whole lot of hassle investing in time, people, investing our time in people, places, things that really just, they can't meet us where we're at. Yeah, we're ready to go to a higher level with this, We're ready to pour our time and our energy into what really feeds our souls, what feeds our hearts, and gives us a sense of purpose. Just doing a cut of the deck energy there. Yeah, and we're creating something that's going to have lasting value with this Jack of Diamonds energy, you know? We are really looking at what is going to be there at the end of the day when all is said and done. And a lot of us are really recognizing that it all comes back to us, the investment that we're making in ourselves, how we choose to direct our energy. I just saw a van pass by. It was very colorful, and it reminded me of the Scooby-Doo mystery machine, you know. So I think that, you know that there's some stuff that's been going on, you know, covertly. And with that came out this King of Hearts energy here, okay, in the shadow aspect. That's water sign energy, so we're looking at Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Libras, you could be dealing with somebody that has one of those signs strongly aspected in their charts that you know that they're not really on your side. They're not on your team. They're kind of, you know, pulling some shady shit behind your back. And it's no mystery to you. You know, it's sort of like, you know, the end of the story, you know, in Scooby-Doo where they pull the hood off the villain they captured, and it's like, oh yeah, you know, kind of a letdown because we knew it was you all along, motherfucker. It never was a surprise, right? It never was a surprise. Maybe it was a surprise to Shaggy and Scoob, who were always busy with those Scooby snacks and a little distracted, but a lot of Libras have really moved out of distracted mode, right? We're on our game right now. We're feeling very clear. We're feeling very centered. We've been able to name what's what. We know what's going on. We know the players involved. We know the fuckery they're up to. And this isn't just romantically, man. This is also within your social circle. We know about all this third-party interference, okay? We know that people are too much in our business. But with this in the light aspect, we also know that we got that, you know, spirit on our side. And we've also been tending to our spirit, as in mind, body, spirit. And with that came this 7 spades energy. And that's because we know that there's people who've been working against us, you know. They have no problem not being upfront about their motives, you know. And we know a fake smile when we see one, okay? We do. We're no fools. And this 5 of Clubs energy came out again. This is really what is in the way, is this, you know, this need, this shadow aspect need that people have to stir up drama, to fight, to try to create some sense of competition. But that's what you don't understand. Us Libras, we're not competing. We don't give a fuck. We don't feel threatened. We don't feel intimidated. We know what we bring to the table. We know what we have to offer. We also are able to see, you know, the gifts and the strengths of others, and that's not an intimidation factor for us, you know? We're all about partnership with this 2 of Clubs energy, you know? We would rather pull energy together, you know, with people of like mind, and, you know, have it be a positive force of change than to deal with any of this low vibe shit. You know, people who want to compete, people who pretend they're your friends, you know, but it really is just to get close to something of yours, you know, that you worked hard for, or that you've really invested a lot of your time, energy, heart in, and they just want to kind of take a piece of that pie. Yeah, it's coming up again here in the shadow aspect, this 7 of Clubs energy. It's almost like, no, mine. You know, there's this real kind of greedy vibe that's around the Libra collective right now, where people aren't wanting to do the work, you know, but they're just kind of wanting to swoop in and take what you've worked so hard to build, what you've invested so much of your time, energy, heart in, you know, and you're defending that. You're defending what you've invested your time, energy, and heart in. You're not going to like just go and move aside just because somebody, you know, covets your cup and what you got it filled with. They don't understand, man. They don't understand. There is no competition. And Libras don't worry about this kind of shit. They just don't. You know, a Libra is the last one who will ever fight for any motherfucker, any situation that is not giving them, respect, because Libra is so focused on what's fair, what's balanced, and that balance of power. They're not about dynamics that are unfair. That'll be the first thing that riles a Libra up. So as soon as it moves into kind of shady territory where people are being dishonest, where they're being manipulative, being emotionally manipulative, pretending like that they're your friend or that they got your back and you can count on them, but really they're like got their eye on something, that you've really established in your life. And I'm taking this, in a lot of cases, it's a relationship, with this Two of Hearts energy, And maybe that's been a problem in relationship for a lot of Libras. Maybe you've had a lot of third-party interference. And I want to talk about third-party interference for a minute here, because third-party interference isn't always like somebody trying to screw your partner, okay? Although it definitely can be, okay? And for some of you Libras, that's very much the case, Somebody you thought was a friend is like pulling some really shady shit behind your back, and has been for a while. It's not like a recent development. And I just got 2 years in my head, okay? So some of you Libras that are in long-term situations, for a couple years now, you've had a friend doing some kind of, subterfuge kind of shit in relation to your relationship. Yeah, it came out again. 3 of Hearts here, okay? So that's definitely a story for some of you Libras out there. For some of you Libras, also with that 3 of Hearts energy, it could be that, the third party interfering in your relationship is some kind of addiction. Maybe somebody has a drinking issue. Maybe they're going out and partying too much. Maybe they are going out and partying too much in terms of sowing their oats, got too many partners going on. This might relate to a King of Diamonds energy. That's Earth sign energy. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy there, okay? And this could be any placements in the chart. It doesn't have to be sun sign. It could be moon sign. It could be Venus. It could be North Node, okay? So if you have any of those placements, this message may be speaking really strong to you. And again, it's reiterated right here. Again, I would say this is, an Earth sign that's trying to come off like they're higher ranking than they actually are, with this Jack of Diamonds energy following it right up. This is like, this is kind of more of an immature energy, It likes to come off like it's a king, but it's really not, And this person is very slow. They're very slow in taking any action and resolving any matters, and I think that, a lot of people like to think of that energy as, it's slow because it has something really solid to offer. And a lot of times that is the case. But in this particular situation, it's that they're slow because they're really trying to make sure that they cover their ass. It's not so much about an investment in you, all right? It's not about an investment in you. It's about them wanting to cover their ass. And you're not really concerned, okay? Now, this may sound kind of harsh, but this has been the shit that, Libras have been dealing with for a while now. We got this discover, learn, and play card, okay? This is like fuck around and find out, okay? Well, y'all fucked around. Y'all played some games. You did some Libras dirty. You fucked around, and now you're about to find out, because what I got coming in really strong, it was 1344 on the phone when I said that, which is 444, okay? Karma time is about to come on through. It's about to come on through. So those of you who thought you pulled the wool over our eyes and you got away with some shady shit, you're about to find out that ain't the case at all. And I have to tell you, I've seen a lot of readers talking some shit about Libras. And what you all don't understand is that Libras often come into situations as the catalyst. And that's because we come into this life to understand karma, because so often we have to play the role in dynamics of delivering karma. So don't you act like it's our time. Don't act like it's our time to fucking have some hellfire come down on us, because we got in the light here. We got the 8 of Diamond's energy, we've done our fucking work, okay? We've done our work, and we held our heads high, and we held the high ground while a lot of people have been hitting below the belt. And let me tell you, that's the way life usually works it, you know? People screw you over, they play games with you, they do you dirty, they lie to your face with a smile, they think they're getting away with it. And life sets it up like that. They want people to feel confident. They want people to get a little cocky, because then it makes the, the settling of the score all that sweeter. And here we got that 4 of Hearts energy in the shadow, okay? A lot of these people are actually really in codependent dynamics. There's a lot of addiction here. And in cases where, Libras have been dealing with, infidelity in their relationships, again, that mistress, it may be related to an addiction. It may not have anything to do with another romantic partner. It could be that, the mistress is, a fucking bottle, or the mistress is, drugs, or some other kind of codependent crutch. Maybe, turning to friends, well-meaning friends, and spilling your private business and having the input of too many people not involved in the situation, giving their 2 cents. And again, it gets confirmed again. Third-party dynamics with that 3 of Diamonds energy. For some of you, this could be related to finances. It could be related to a work situation. Doesn't necessarily have to deal with romantic life. It could be that you have interference on the job, or that you've been working really hard to build yourself something on a career level, and now you have people kind of coming around and they're getting really friendly, but they're actually trying to swipe your ideas. And we got this Jack of Spades energy in the shadow coming in with that, okay? So that's definitely, be aware, because, sometimes people can talk a good game and they may be really charismatic. You might think that there's somebody that you can trust and that you can count on, but in reality, that person's just there to just take something of yours and run with it, So I would say be very mindful about who you're conducting business with. And I've been saying this for a while for Libras, and I'm just going to reiterate it again. I wouldn't get into business partnerships if I were you right now. I'd really focus on doing your own thing. It's okay to do one-offs, it's okay to do projects, but make your moves stealth, okay? Make your moves stealth. And when you got a hot idea, something that you want to build on a business level, fucking jump on it. Jump on it. Don't sit on it, and don't flap your lips about it, Don't go and advertise it, because there are people that are listening and they are ready to just swipe up those ideas and run with them. I don't care how long you've known them and how long, they've been somebody that has actually been an ally on your path. It's amazing what happens, especially in this kind of climate where, a lot of people are stressed about their finances. Things are very uncertain in the world. People are having to learn how to operate in a new way. There's also a lot of people that are feeling more desperate, Some people really got shaken up by everything that happened over the past couple of years. And that has some people acting out of pocket. It has some people acting out of character. But what you're building in this light aspect with this Jack of Diamonds energy, this is something that's going to really have lasting value. And you've been putting a lot of your time, energy, and heart in it. So it's very important, Libras, right now to just silence all the noise, happening in your environment. Really stay focused on your path and what you've been pouring your energy into. And if you get a weird read on somebody, if you're like, why are you wanting to know so much what I'm up to? Or why are you asking so many questions about my relationship? Or why are you so, eager, to talk to me and pry me for information? Why are you, so absorbed with what's going on in my life? And if it's leaving you with an unsettled feeling, if it doesn't feel right to you, trust that shit, okay? I mean, I'm not trying to create some kind of conspiracy theory environment here. This is just what's coming through. There are people around you. They see that you are building something that is successful. And some of these people were your detractors at first. You know, these are people that, like, they made fun of you when you talked about your plans, your goals, your aspirations. They didn't believe in you. They told you it was a waste of time, you know? Yeah. They tried to dissuade you from going where your heart was leading you with this 8 of hearts in the shadow, all right? And the fact that I turned it over like that was no accident, you know? They tried to block your path. They tried to block your progress by, you know, trying to fuel a sense of insecurity or make you doubt yourself or, you know, just have you not feel confident about your vision. But you Libras, you've really been working hard, man, and you've done the work and you've been taking the risk and you've been trying new things and you're not afraid to put yourself out there, you know? And you're not afraid to let yourself be seen. Let yourself be seen as you are, you know? No fucking filter, you know? Just you in the light of day, you know, letting it all hang out and letting your freak flag fly and letting people see a different side of you that they're not familiar with, you know? And it may have shocked people. They didn't know you were, you know, as enterprising as you are. They didn't know you are tenacious as you are. They didn't know that you can be so determined and that, you know, you're not going to suffer any bullshit, you know? If people bring some fuck shit on your path, you're going to fucking cut it out and move on. Let's not get it twisted. Queen of Swords is your card. Queen of Swords is your card. And as much as so many people like to say the Queen of Swords is a bitch, she's not a bitch. She's been informed by her pain. She knows what's hurt her in the past. She knows the times when she's made mistakes in the past and it led to circumstances where she really got stabbed in the back, betrayed, and kind of, you know, left with nothing in the end. Because let me tell you, as Libra's coming in as, you know, sort of the ones who have the responsibility of, you know, holding that karmic weight in this life, you know, balancing, judging what is fair, what is balanced, what is in the interest, not just of themselves, but of their community, of the people around them, of the ones they love. If we make a mistake, if we make an error in judgment, we pay for it severely, you know. Queen of Swords knows how to be decisive. She knows how to cut shit off, you know. And yes, you know, with the 6 of Hearts in the light aspect, you know, we've really done our work with the past. We've made peace with our past. We've owned our mistakes. We've owned the times when, you know, we forgot our strength, when we forgot who we were. And because of that, you know, we did the integration of our shadow. And you absolutely can integrate your shadow. It doesn't mean your shadow goes away, as like some people say, like, oh, you can't integrate your shadow because you're always going to have a shadow. Yeah, that's not what integration means, man. Integration means you're aware you have a shadow. You've taken the unconscious, you know, the unconscious motivation for unhealthy patterns, and you've brought it into the light of day. And you've looked at it honestly, and you've overcome it. And so because of that, you're able to move with a higher understanding. And this card just flipped over, you know, with this 7 of Hearts in the shadow aspect, you know. And I think that that's the biggest thing that you learned, Libra, on a karmic level is don't fight for something, you know, that won't stand for you. Don't put your neck on the line for those who, you know, won't have your back when the chips are down, you know. And this is something that a lot of Libras had to learn the hard way. And because of that, we have become fiercely independent, which is very unusual for a sign that is so used to sort of being enamored with all things, you know, partnership, all things relationship, all things love. A lot of Libras are, you know, letting love take care of itself. Yeah, again, there's the 7 of Hearts in the light aspect. You see, we transform that energy, and instead we've learned to take that sense of devotion, that sense of loyalty, you know, that we used to invest in so many other people who really, I mean, just being real, didn't deserve it. Yeah, look at this. Death, in the reverse, okay, with the shadow aspect. This shit should have been deaded a long time ago, you know? These people playing these games should have been nixed a long time ago. And we've been gracious about it, but a lot of that had to do with we really needed to learn that lesson, to value ourselves enough to stop putting our neck on the line for people who, at the end of the day, when it really counts, they don't know how to show up on our behalf. And so we took that power back. We transmuted that poison. We transmuted that energy. And instead, we learned how to pour all that care, all that loyalty, all that devotion, all that attention into ourselves. And everything that we poured all of that goodness into, you know, on behalf of ourselves, in nothing short of an act of reclaiming, okay? And I see this here with the 9 of Spades energy in the light aspect. We took all those fears, you know, everything we were afraid of, all our sense of loss, you know, everything that gave us a sense of anxiety. We took all of that and we loved up on it. And we said, it's okay, you know, I'm here for you. I got your back. Let's face this fear together. Let's walk through this fear together. You and me, spirit. Let's walk hand in hand. And you've come out on the other side of that. And you are about to reap your rewards. I just got sentience came in so strong. And with this 7 of Spades energy operating in the shadow, these people who have been trying to strip you of what you worked so hard for, what you've been in the trenches, sweating it out for, grieving for, doing all the messy, complicated healing work for. They're about to, you know, find themselves on the other side of that equation, and they're about to see just what they earned. And this is very interesting here. You might see a lot of this go down on social media, okay? This is operating in the light aspect, okay? So I really see you in terms of social media with this 2 of Spades energy. You've really pulled your energy back from social media because you realize that a lot of these people, they'll never actually step to you. They won't. You know, a lot of this has been drama that's gone on online. You know, you may have been dealing with people that have fake catfish accounts, you know, that just wanted to kind of like pull that Page of Swords energy and spy on you and see what you're up to and try to get the inside scoop on you. You know, you've had people kind of playing keyboard warrior, acting real big and tough online, saying shit they never would say straight to your face, looking in your eyes. You know, I do think that you've had a lot of attention on social media. You may have dealt with some gang stalking on social media, people gossiping about you on social media. Maybe even, you know, for those that have that piece of, you know, infidelity in their relationship, you might have had, you know, somebody talking to your person on social media. But I see that this has been, and this came out kind of sideways. Yeah, this 2 of Diamonds energy, that's all about juggling, okay? It's this juggling energy. And I think that you really recognize, like, that's okay. I can use social media on a level that feels good to me, but I don't really want to connect with people, you know, on this level anymore. They're playing these games with me. And some of you may have just like straight up blocked people out. Some of you may be just, you know, pulling your energy away from social media and instead using it more to build your business aspirations, or, you know, focus on those people or those groups where, you know, you do have camaraderie and you have a good vibe going on with the people you're interacting with online. But I do feel like a lot of you have laid, you know, the stuff that was going on social media to rest. And it has everything to do with you having really good, solid boundaries and just not tolerating the interference anymore, you know, and really managing your space and recognizing that even on social media, you know, you can manage your space. You don't have to take any bullshit on. You don't, you know, you really don't. And I think a lot of you are starting to learn that, and it's helping to bring balance to your life. So any final messages for Libra about what's coming in for them now that we are in the spring season? How is the energy going to continue to build for Libras? Yeah, I see that what's coming in for you, oh, this is so good. We got 8 of Clubs energy with Ace of Pentacles. That is success, and it's going to come in fast, and it's definitely related to financial growth, all right? You are going to have so many opportunities coming your way within these next 2 months, Libra. It's going to be a wild ride, all right? I do see you traveling. I see you networking. I see you making connections. I see lots of success, and there may even be a little love in the mix. And don't worry about this shadow energy that's been trying to block your growth, because it's being contained as we speak, and it won't be getting in the way of your success, because you got that theory of 11, that 11-11 energy on your side, and you are highly blessed and favored, Libra. Show them what you're working with.